Well, hello, everybody. I got Connie, Gladys, April. I hope we get some more people in here tonight. How y'all doing this evening? Well, I tried to get my chat up, and it's not cooperating here with me. There we go. Hello, April, Gladys, Connie. How are you ladies doing this evening? I'm tired. Oh, I don't know, Gladys. That should take care of it. I don't know how that happened. But try posting something else. Your name should have the wrench with it. Just got home from work, Connie. I've been working all day here at the house. Didn't make it to the store or anything. I had to do something with those peppers, that big bowl of peppers that I had. So I decided to make cowboy candy relish. So that took up the major part of my day. I just got finished and cleaned up most of the stuff before I had to go live at 7. April said she just got back from town. There you go, Gladys. Yeah, I had all that whole big bowl of peppers that I picked, and I know I cooked stuffed bell peppers with them, but I still had that whole bowl to do something with. So I got busy and I emptied that bowl today. How's Gladys this evening? Connie just got home from work. April just got back from town. And Gladys just turned blue and got her wrench back. Yeah, I haven't had time to look for games or anything like that to play today. I've just been way too busy. I didn't even get cleaning my house the way I should. I guess I got to try to do something tomorrow with the house and laundry. And maybe I can make it to town. I don't know. But it turned out to be a beautiful day. Little buddies wanted to stay out most of the day. He comes in to eat and then he wants to go right back out. And I don't blame him. It's a beautiful day out there. Or it was. It's getting dark now. That's fine, April. You do what you got to do. Gladys says her legs were hurting, but she's okay. Oh, you were on Amazon and saw a few trivia games there? I haven't had a chance to look, but I bet they've got some out here at some of these stores, or I wouldn't even have to order it. But I just haven't had time to go to the store. But I can check online too. Yeah, I had to rush and eat me a sandwich. I ate some of that pork roast on a bun. That was my dinner tonight. I fixed corn nuggets earlier today and ate them for lunch, or ate some of them. It's a great big old bowl of them. I got a bag of them in the refrigerator now because I did a video on it. Somebody had asked me to do a video on corn nuggets. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that Gladys is okay too. That bowl of peppers was all I had for the whole season this year. Not many at all. Had no hot peppers. I had to buy a small bag of hot peppers to go with what I had to make my cowboy candy because I didn't want it real hot, but I did put some hot peppers in it to get it mildly hot. Gladys says, I love your gifts. Well, I wish I could give everybody gifts, but I can't because I've got too many members. I've got over 2,000 members. And, you know, that's the reason I have like little contests and give the winner a prize, because I can't afford just to mail out over 2,000 gifts for all the members. You know, it's impossible. I can't afford to do that. And, you know, it's not right to mail one person gifts all the time and not be a prize for something, because I can't give it to everybody like that. Yeah, you can watch. Sorry about that. You can watch the video. It's just a basic corn nugget recipe, but I put in the description, you know, that you can add half flour, half cornmeal if you want to. You can add half cream corn and half whole kernel corn if you want to. But the basic recipe calls just for whole corn. So that's what I used. But I explained to you in the video that you can take the basic recipe and change it around to suit you. And, you know, add the cream corn, half whole kernel corn. You can spice it up with garlic if you like garlic in it. You can chop up or grate up a little bit of onion and put that in there, which would be really good. Well, hi, Susan. We have your permission to go on with the show, huh? I was explaining to everybody that I did a video this morning on corn nuggets. It's just a basic recipe. But then if you'll read down in the description, you'll see that you can change it up a little bit. You can add half cornmeal, half flour. You can add half cream corn and half whole kernel corn. You can add grated onion if you'd like. I can't talk without coughing. You can add a little bit of grated onion if you'd like. You can even spice it up even more. You can put just a little bit of finely chopped up jalapeno pepper in it if you want to give it just a little bit of heat. I mean, there's a lot you can do with that basic recipe. At least the peanut section is complete right now. Oh, you sent me something. I'm excited. Actually, I'm kind of down tonight, so hope this will help me out without being there. Well, I hope so too, Susan. I'm sorry to hear that you're kind of down in the dumps tonight. I hope nothing's happened that got you down. We're having a nice chat, April. I thought your comment was awesome. You made me laugh. And true, I am part of the peanut section. Yeah, the weather's been fantastic here today. It's been so bright and sunny, and it's not hot. It's not been cold. It's just been right. I mean, just comfortable to get out and kind of do something in the yard. But I've been too busy in the house with my cowboy candy relish that I was canning, trying to use up those peppers that I had. I was telling Gladys I just got finished with those. I got them in the jars behind me, cooling, and I just got most of my mess cleaned up in the kitchen just in time to go live at 7. Well, it's good to hear that it's a nice day at least. And there's Annie Watson. Hello, Annie. How are you? Yeah, I meant to go to the store today to see if I could come up with a trivia game that didn't cost too much or something, and I just didn't even make it out of the yard today. Yeah, sometimes you just get up and it's a down day and nothing has happened to do that. You just kind of get kind of gloomy and you don't feel like doing anything. You don't have any energy or uh, inkling to get up and just do anything, really. I've been like that before. I've had days when I just didn't even want to get out of bed. Oh, really, Susan? Yeah, I've got a Kroger here. I've got a Kroger, HEB, Brookshire's, the Walmart Supercenter, Aldi. Got quite a few grocery stores close by. You're at 79 degrees. Well, we've been pretty warm today. I really don't know what the temperature was, but it had to be close to around 79 or close to it. Because it's been a beautiful day out there. Like I said, little buddy will come in and he'll eat and he wants right back outside. It's just too nice a day to stay cooped up in the house. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Susan. I got in a def- depressive state back when I was like in my mid 20s. I don't know what caused it, but the doctor gave me some medication and I got over it real fast. I mean, I didn't have to take any more medication and I was fine. Yeah, a lot of times when I'm down, I'll just turn the TV on and put it on a music station, or I'll turn a radio on or my phone on and find some really upbeat music and I'll just turn it up loud and listen to that. And pretty soon I'm in a better frame of mind. It's bath day for your dog, April. Well, more power to you. I used to have a big old 110-pound German Shepherd, and I'd put the leash on him and I'd tie him to the tongue of the trailer in the backyard. And then I'd have my bathing suit on because I knew I was going to get wet. I'd have a bucket and the water hose out there. I'd soak that dog up, spray him off with the hose, and he just, you know how a dog will just flap his hair everywhere and the water and the soap goes everywhere? Well, that dog did that every single time, and I knew I was going to get wet. So I just put a bathing suit on when I'd get out there to bathe him or bathe her. The dog, back then I weighed like 99 pounds. The dog weighed more than I did. He's 80 pounds. Well, this German Shepherd was 110 pounds. And if you had one of those little horse racing buggies, those little one-man seat things that they pull behind the race horses, that dog could have pulled you in it with no problem. Youngins, Connie. Yeah, my anonymous subscriber, the person that's been sending me so many things, she had a death in the family, which I hated to hear. Her older brother passed away. I think that's who she said. I wasn't sure. But, so it'll be a while probably before I hear from her again. At least till they get all that taken care of. Well, we love you too, Susan. Connie, I don't know all these young unsecured talks, LOL. Looks like we got 14 watching and I only got 8 thumbs up. I hear that, Connie. A lot of people don't know a whole lot about computers. When I injured my back and neck, my doctor, my surgeon, suggested that I go start taking computer classes and learn what I could about computers so I could get an easier job. So that's when I went to college and ended up getting a associate's degree in general business and one in computer science. So I know some about computers, but they changed so much. And I did major in programming, which nowadays you really don't need to know how to program to work a computer. It helps. And it helped me over the years to take care of my own computer because I never take it into a shop to get it fixed or anything. I always do everything myself. Gladys says, I saw what she sent you. That's what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a vacuum sealer to freeze food in, and I've never used a vacuum sealer before, so I'm going to have to learn how to use it. And then I've got that freezer right outside my back door here that I've got to get in the house somehow. But it weighs, I think, 108 pounds. So I haven't figured out a way to get it up the steps yet. Give me time. I might get it figured out. Yeah, having low blood sugar, just like low blood pressure, will make you feel kind of down because it'll make you feel kind of tired. And then you just don't feel like getting up and get to going, you know. That's the way I am. Usually my blood will run a little low. So it just makes me start dragging in the morning. I don't want to get up and do anything. Oh, Annie, I'm sorry about having to close your t-shirt shop. Yeah, maybe if you eat a little piece of fruit or something, it might give you enough of sugar out of that to kind of boost your energy a little bit. I know if you're diabetic, though, you can't eat much. I don't know if you're diabetic or not. Oh, it's normal now, but it was earlier, down to 77. A friend of mine said that he always gets a headache and he doesn't feel good if his blood pressure's low. No, how was it he said? I don't remember what he said now, but it was like the opposite of mine. Oh, he said when his blood pressure got high, he usually would get a headache or he didn't have energy to do anything. And I'm just the opposite. If my blood pressure's low, I don't feel like doing anything. J. Mary Austin. I can't really see that name. Hello, how are you? Welcome to chat. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. Mary Laston, J. Laston. Peggy Redden, hello. And I think I forgot to go in and set the chat to just subscribers. I don't remember now, but yeah, if my blood is low, I just don't have energy to do anything. Did most of my life. Sorry, Connie. Yeah, we're here for all of you. Just come into chat and tell us what's on your mind. Maybe you'll feel better. J. Mary, last one. Well, hello, J. Mary, last one. Yeah, I'm not sitting at my computer tonight. I've just got my cell phone and camera here, so I'm reading chat off of my cell phone. No, Gladys, nobody said cookies. You can call me anything you want. How about just we'll call you J. Mary or just Mary. And there's Sharon Tate. Hello, Sharon. Welcome to our chat. How are you doing this evening? Oh, you're not late. You can pop in anytime. Just because I said it for 7 o'clock doesn't mean you're late if you come in 25 minutes after 7. You're not late at all. Oh, that sounds good. Chocolate mousse. Oh. Well, hi there, CB. She says she has to admit that she's sitting there munching peanut butter cookies. That sounds good. No, nobody messed up last night. And I haven't had time to check out StreamYard anymore, so I don't know when I'm going to try that again. Going to get yourself a cup of tea? Well, you go right ahead. I've got my thermos full of Pepsi right here. Now Gladys says she smells cookies. She just gave you some, Gladys. And the little fork crisscross on peanut butter cookies. That's fine, Susan. Just do what you got to do. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Not for a while yet, anyway. You like my shirt? It's old. I mean, it's not anything that I've gotten recently. It's a couple of years old, in fact. Well, thank you, Susan. Yeah, the older blouses are the best because a lot of times I don't like the stuff they got in the stores. And I noticed Walmart when I went in there to pick up a few things yesterday. They've got a lot of ladies' sweaters, pullover sweaters and stuff, like the ones I've already got and I've had for many years, and I just refuse to get rid of them. I said, I'm not going to get rid of my sweaters that I wear and like and then buy new ones because sooner or later they'll come back in style. And they're back in style now, so I can wear them and not feel kind of standing out, like I'm wearing something from the ancient times. It says, Linda, are you a ginger? LOL, can't tell from the lighting, but you look like a ginger. Yeah, I'm now in style, back again. I didn't really make candy. It's Cowboy Candy Relish. You see the jars back here behind me? That's what that is. It's Cowboy Candy Relish. Light red hair. It's kind of a golden brown. The light makes it, I guess, maybe have a red look. But I'll get a jar of it and bring it up closer if it's cooled off enough to hold it. Yeah, it's cooled off enough. I've got to wipe the jars off but see, it's Cowboy Candy Relish. It looks like a pickle relish, but it's made with bell peppers, hot peppers, and then I've got 1 jar of marinade, cowboy candy marinade. Whew, that's hot. Burning my fingers. But that's all made with the bell peppers that I had in that bowl, that big aluminum bowl. Because I didn't want real hot cowboy candy. So I cut up all those bell peppers, the sweet peppers, and then I bought a small package of serrano peppers, which are extremely hot. And I threw them in there and chopped them all up together. The sauerkraut's fine. I haven't opened it. There's my jar of sauerkraut. I haven't eaten any of it yet. Got it in the refrigerator. You know, I had 2 jars of it. Yeah, I know sauerkraut is good for you. Jim Stone da Solid, hello. Whoever, not seen your name in chat before, but welcome. Yeah, it's mildly hot. I mean, it's not all jalapeno peppers, so it's not as hot as normal for cowboy candy, which is made completely out of jalapeno peppers, which is extremely hot. But then after you cook it, it kind of tames it down a little bit. But like I said, this is mostly bell pepper and sweet peppers. And then I bought a package of the serrano peppers, which are hot, and I chopped them up in it and mixed it all up, so it's got a little heat to it. I haven't tasted it, so I don't know exactly how hot it was, so no, everybody in chat can see what you type in, Gemstone. Sorry. I mean, once you're in chat and you're typing in messages, everybody in chat can see it. Not just me. And he's just, or she has just retracted all of their messages. I don't know why. I don't think they said anything out of the way, did they? Well, hello, Brandon. How are you? Just checking. Yeah, once you type something in chat, everybody sees it. Just checking your internet, not me. How's the weather in your neck of the woods, Gemstone? And Brandon, how is the weather down your way? Yeah, I see you're new because I don't recognize the name. But that's good. I always like new subscribers. Cold, huh? But beautiful. I bet it is beautiful there. Pretty cold. It was a beautiful day here. The sun was shining. It was about 70 some degrees. It wasn't hot, wasn't cold. It was just a nice day to get outside, which I spent most of my day inside getting stuff done and doing videos. I'm in Arkansas. Where is everyone else? I'm in north central Texas. Gladys is in Connecticut. Susan's in Kansas. Good area. Yeah, some people are already getting snow right now. Gemstone, you're in New York? Oh my goodness, were you affected by all the flooding up there not long ago? That was terrible. I've never seen New York flooded like that. CB's in Virginia. My brother used to live up there in a basement apartment, but he moved to Tucson, Arizona. And he told me, he said, man, I am so glad I did not live in that basement apartment when it flooded in New York a couple of weeks ago, because he said my apartment would have been flooded. It would have been underwater. And there's Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. Yeah, hot one day, cold the next. You just never know. I think parts of the extreme north Texas, up close to the Oklahoma and Colorado line, I think got a little bit of snow or ice, maybe in Amarillo, that area. San Antonio is your favorite city, but Kentucky's your favorite state. Gemstone said it's crazy there. Hot there, Gemstone? It has been hot. I mean, we had an extreme drought all summer. We were put on water rationing, and we're still on water rationing, even though we got like 3 days of rain here this past week. But I got my water bill in the mail today, and it still had the water rationing on the back of it. So I guess they've not lifted it yet. And there's Dolores Johnson. Hello, how are you? Welcome to chat. I mean, they were supposed to lift it in October, but if they've lifted it, somebody neglected to take it off the back of the bill. You're eating a can of soup? What kind of soup do you like, Susan? I know, but you know, when you're on city water, they charge you for every gallon you use. And we were restricted. You can't use a water hose out in your yard. You can only water 1 day a week with a 5-gallon bucket or smaller. Your favorite right now is chunky, creamy chicken and noodle. That sounds good. Fish and shrimp. Oh, that sounds good. I love seafood. I love shrimp. This is chicken cabanera that I accidentally got. What do you do for hobbies? Are you talking to me, Gemstone? I guess right now it's my YouTube channel. I'm so busy with gardening most of the time, cooking, doing my videos. That's what I spent most of the day today on, was my video. And I love singing. Oh, I see. It was on sale at Kroger a couple of weeks back for 99 cents. That's pretty good then. Can I make jelly apples? I don't know what you're talking about, jelly apples. I made candied apples where you dip them in that red candy and then let them dry. I've never made them here, but I used to work at a little stand at a carnival, like at the beach where we made those. Yeah, I like exercising. I get a lot of exercise when mowing my yard, working in the garden. I do everything myself. Candy apples. Yeah, they're good. I don't ever make them at home though. Yeah, there's a gemstone in here. Gemstone Da Solid is the full name. Annie, are you serious? You don't see someone by the name of Gemstone? How about anybody else? Does anybody else see Gemstone and their comments? Times a week I have rheumatoid arthritis. That's some bad arthritis there. Nobody sees Gemstone but me. Well, that must be what he was talking about, because somehow he's got it fixed to where nobody can see his comments except me, I guess. I didn't know you could even do that. April says she sees Gemstone, so everybody else should see him too, or her. I don't know if it's a him or a her. Meditation is good. Yeah, that's good too. Only the mods see him? Well, I see him. And there's Spencer Love. Hello, Spencer. How are you doing this evening? Annie says, I really don't. Huh. That's strange. Spencer says, good, I'm eating pizza. Oh, that sounds good. I keep saying it's time for me to fix more pizza, and I haven't done it. Annie says, see him. Susan said, that's not right. I don't know. Well, how does he block his chat to where no one in chat can see him but the mods? I didn't even know you could possibly do that. Annie says, I don't see Gemstone. I don't know. Oh, that's okay, Dolores. You're here tonight. I was trying my best to get into that, what do you call it, StreamYard or whatever, and I never could get it to work right. Connie says, or Annie says, I have all the same plus fibromyalgia and lupus. My daughter has fibromyalgia in her feet. Yeah, I really, Connie, Gemstone, you should share your presence in my chat with everyone, not just have it so just only a few people can see you. And there's Holiday. Hello, Holiday. Yeah, well, a lot of us kind of wish we were young again, I guess. Gemstone the Solid said, "Isn't me." Well, I don't know. I've not got any settings to where it excludes somebody from seeing anybody. Have fun. I'll catch up. Is he a subscriber? Maybe that is why we can't see him. He should be well, they should be a subscriber. I thought I had my chat set to where only subscribers could come in. I may not have. I tell you what, I can move all my stuff into the other room. And that way I can get to my computer and I can tell you. I need to get the light on. And let me get this thing plugged back in because I don't want it to die on me. Get my computer going here. And we're going to check. I should have come in here to begin with because I like having my computer handy if I want to check on something, because I can't do that on the phone or the camera. So oh, we got cereal monster. I've never seen cereal monster in before. Okay, now we're Kids. Well, I can't find the setting that I was looking for. Hmm. Now, did any of them disappear? Because I just made it restricted to subscribers only. It was probably the message that I had just turned on. Chat was only for subscribers only. So if anybody was in chat that was not a subscriber, it should have booted them out. And if they can come back in, they've got to subscribe to the channel to get back in. So that's how we can tell if they were. He hasn't commented in the last few minutes. So we'll see if the Cereal Monster and some of these other people come back in. And if they come back in, they got to be a subscriber or it's not going to let them back in. I neglected to set that before I started. I thought I already had it set, but I didn't. Let me run get my cough drops and my Pepsi. It's in the other room. Yeah, sometimes I forget to put it on that setting. But I certainly meant to put it there. That way it keeps the riffraff out. If they really want to come in and make a comment, they've got to subscribe to do it. That pop get on my phone. Keeps all sort of, yeah, keeps the trolls out. Well, there's J. Mary, so she's got to be a subscriber. It's just me, and cooking from just me is no fun, but I do it anyway. I don't like a lot of processed food. Well, that's what my channel's all about, Mary, because it's just me as well. And I started out cooking so people could see how it was easy to cook for one person. I freeze a lot of food. You know, I make my own TV dinners. So if you cook a big quantity of food, just make yourself some TV dinners and freeze them. And then any day that you don't feel like cooking, you can take those out, pop them in the microwave or heat them up, and you got your meal and you don't have to cook. Connie, can you push a button and make soda appear? I'm sorry, Gladys, if I could, I'd give you some Pepsi. But I see that Cereal Monster, and I forgot what that other one was. It booted several people out that popped in, so they were not subscribers. And if they do get back in, they'll have to subscribe. Yeah, I just got through canning some Cowboy Candy Relish today to try to use up the bell peppers and peppers that I had in the garden. It was about the only thing that I had that survived. You binge watch a lot of your videos during the day, Dolores? Well, good. Binge watch mine. I've got over 600 videos. I got enough to keep you busy for a while. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. April, what are you sorry or not sorry over? And all the drunk slobs that have to comment on their channels. We don't need no drunks in my chat. That pop get on my phone. Well, I mean, you know, like I said, if they want to come into chat, they can, but they've got to subscribe, and it only takes a second to subscribe. But a lot of them, if they come in just to fool around and just to harass people and say off the wall comments, they're not going to bother to subscribe. They're just going to go on to somebody else. And that's what I want them to do. I want them just to go on and go bother somebody else. They don't need to bother us. Now, if they seriously want to subscribe to my channel and get into chatting and really chat with us, then fine. Go ahead and do that. But it's a way to get rid of the trolls. They're not going to subscribe and come in and start harassing you. Oh, wow, Connie. You were 4 years old and you were cooking for your family? Oh, my goodness. You were a smart little girl. Well, that's nice, Connie. I know, April. There's some chats that they're downright rude. They say anything off the wall they want to say in chat. But a lot of times they're not going to do that if they've got to subscribe to the channel. Because they know that if they subscribe and if they start getting into chat and they're posting stuff they shouldn't be posting, YouTube can track them. If they're not a subscriber, then I don't think it makes it difficult for YouTube to track them down. Rhonda said 8 siblings here. Well, I had 5 brothers. Who's drunk, April? April's saying somebody's drunk. I don't know who she's talking about. Yeah, I love a big family too. My dad came from a family with 9 brothers and sisters. So that meant I had a lot of aunts and uncles and cousins growing up. Had a lot of family around, and I miss that because I have no family around me out here. 2 brothers and 6 sisters. Wow. That's a pretty good sized family right there. Oh no, that doesn't sound good, Susan, at all. I've been expecting that to happen though, with everything that's going on over there. Gladys says she has no brothers or sisters. Yeah, I mean, we're going to end up with a World War III, I'm afraid. And it's dangerous today because there's atomic bombs. They've got so much more firepower than they had years ago to launch destruction on any country. It's unreal. Yeah, yep, nuclear power, nuclear bombs. I mean, they can wipe out a whole country, with what basically a push of the button. There's no storm cellars that's going to be deep enough to get away from it either. You're the baby and you're 58 years of age. I bet it was fun with when you were growing up. Like I said, my dad came from a big family. There was actually 10 in his family, but one of the babies died right after it was born. So it left 9 surviving children. And they were pretty evenly matched. I mean, with boys and girls. See, there was Doris, Lois, Grace, Gladys, Emily. Okay, there was 5 girls, 4 surviving boys in my dad's family. Connie says, my brother was the baby, but he's deceased. I'm sorry, Connie. All of my brothers are living today. I have 2 older brothers and 3 younger. No sisters. I've often wondered what it would have been like to have a sister, but I've never had a sister, so I don't know. But with 5 brothers, you end up with 5 sister-in-laws. They're almost like they're your sisters. Yeah, Susan. And I don't remember if the baby that died was a boy or a girl. They've got it buried in the family cemetery, which, you could go look at the headstone and tell if it was a boy or a girl, but I don't remember which it was. I had my adopted sister I grew up with, but since mom died, we had no contact. She was only around for the money. Oh, that's a shame, Susan. April says, I had a sister and 2 brothers. My mom had 3 brothers with no sisters in her family. When my first marriage, I was married to a twin, but his twin was his sister, and they looked nothing alike. He was like 5'11", she was 6'2". She was about the height I am, shorty. The only thing they had in common was their eyes. They both had brown eyes. Oh, Connie, I hate to hear that. Your sister Lisa's in hospice. She's close to the end with cancer. I hate to hear that. Now the one boy has nothing to do with the family, and the girl passed away, so just me and Joe. Well, hi, Mardell. Welcome to chat. You made it tonight. Good to see you. How's your day been, Mardell? You made Gladys happy, Mardell. Rhonda says she has blue eyes like her grandma. I think everybody in my family has blue eyes except my mom, and hers is hazel. Sometimes they look blue, sometimes they look green. But my dad's family, I think everybody has blue eyes. On my mom's side, they all had blue eyes. Well, hi, Kathy Phillips. How are you today? Or this evening? That's what your eyes do, Susan. Sometimes they're blue, sometimes they look green. But I've always heard that blue is dominant, so I guess if one has hazel, one has blue, their child's going to have blue eyes. Who knows? When you feel good, they're blue. Kind of like mood eyes, huh? If you're feeling good, they're blue, and if you kind of feel down, then they look hazel or look more greenish. April says, I'm half Hawaiian and half Dutch, but I have green eyes. Do most Hawaiians have brown eyes? I really don't know. Like if you're a native Hawaiian, do they have brown eyes? My son passed away with ice blue eyes, Gladys said. Hi, Mary. Well, thank you, Mary. Yeah, I thought so, April. The one guy that I knew that was native Hawaiian, and he had kind of like olive skin or darker skin. You could tell he was, either Hawaiian or from some other country or wherever. And he did have brown eyes. I just check her Facebook once every 3 months or so to make sure she's still alive. How neat! You got strawberry blonde hair and your grandfather was Choctaw Indian. I'm surprised you didn't end up with really dark brown or black hair. Because I think most Indians do have dark hair, don't they? But if you got anything else in your bloodline, you never know when that other little bit's going to show up. Your skin is dark. You've just got a little bit of both, that's all. Can you see yourself? Do you see what yeah, because my hair does have like a reddish glow to it in the light, like here. Usually if I'm outside, my hair looks more darker than it does in here under this bright light. Kind of like on the side. I don't know which way to turn because it looks darker up here. But I dye my hair. My hair used to be dark brown. That was the natural color of it. But it had a lot of blonde highlights in it naturally. But the older I got, the more I started dyeing it. And now because I have so much gray, I just went to a dark blonde color. And he says I'm half Italian and half Norwegian. My dad has ocean blue, gorgeous eyes, and I wanted them so bad, but I've got brown eyes. Well, brown eyes are pretty too. My great grandparents were 100% Italian. Um, my mom is like half Italian because her mother was English, Irish, Scottish, and Danish, where her dad was 100% Italian. So that means I've got a little bit of Italian blood running through my bloodline. Because my great grandparents came straight from Italy on a Sturge, in Sturge on one of the ships in the 1800s, and they became American citizens. And they landed in New York. That's where they stayed till they died. Your hair is just now getting some gray. Well, the back of mine is still dark pretty much, but all up here, it's really white looking. There's very little salt and pepper up there. But like I said, I keep it dyed most of the time. Well, my hair is real long too. You see, I've got it up on top of my head. And I've just got it tied in a knot. Look at this. It's pretty long when it's down. My son laughed at me because one day when I went to his house, I had just taken a shower, shampooed my hair, and I just brushed it out and let it dry going over to his house. And when I got over there, it was almost dry. And it was hot that day. So I got out of the car, I grabbed my hair, and I said, it's too hot for all this hair to be hanging down. And I twisted it up just like I just did and tied it in a knot. And he laughed at me. And he went in the house and he told my daughter-in-law, he said, I don't believe it. I saw my mom. She got out of the car. Her hair was down. She said it's dry enough and it's too hot to have it hanging down. And he said, I watched her literally tie her hair in a knot. I said, well, that's the easy way to get it up off your neck. Just twist it around, tie it in a knot. It's up on your head, out of the way. Hi, Wendy Cooper. How are you? You're Irish Scottish. My parents didn't get here until the 1940s. Connie says, my hair is brown, auburn red, highlights with some gray, coming in very long down to my bottom, naturally wavy. Well, my hair is curly. And if I'm back home in North Carolina, it's a lot more curly because it's more humid there. Here in Texas, it's straightened out a little bit because we have more of a drier climate here. And my hair doesn't curl as much unless it's real rainy. And then, my hair will fuzz. I can pull it back and I still got fuzz sticking out everywhere because it's trying to curl. Yeah, usually I would only leave my hair this long for a short time before I had it cut back, like up to my chin at least, or shorter. But this time, I do so much work in the garden and I'm so busy all the time that it's just so easy when I get up in the morning to brush it out, twist it and tie it in a knot and let it go. And then I can go work in the garden, do whatever I need to do, and I don't have to fuss with my hair. So I've just gotten used to it being up like this, and that's the way it stays unless I, want to fix it and let it wear it down some. Because used to, I always kept it cut in layers. And with my hair being curly, I could just get in the shower, shampoo my hair, towel dry it, brush it out, and just let it air dry, and it looked good. And I could do that now. I just don't want to cut it that short. I'm spoiled with the fact that I can twist it like this and tie it in a knot and it's up. Okay, April, go feed your cats and your stray dog. You haven't named that dog yet? You need to name that dog. Gladys says, I have no teeth, no hair, but I love cookies. April, Oreo. I know many times as she's fed that stray dog, she needs to name him. Call him Oreo. He's an Oreo cookie. Call him Oreo. I just named your dog. Your dog's name is Cornbread? Yeah, but you were talking about your stray dog. Call him Oreo. Yeah, I went through chemo and all that and lost all my hair. And only about half of my hair came back, which it was extremely thick before. So I still got plenty of hair. But it doesn't curl like it used to. It seems like it just fuzzes up more than it does curl. Because all the baby fine hair came back, not so much the bigger, stronger hair. Oreo eats gravy train. Yep, so now you got Cornbread and Oreo. I know pet food is expensive. Little Buddy will not eat anything but cat food. It's got to be dried cat food or canned cat food. And he loves turkey and gravy or chicken and gravy or all of that more than he does the seafood cat food. I don't understand why. But I tried to give him some catfish when I went fishing and I cooked it. He sniffed it, turned his nose up, and walked off, left it there. He wouldn't eat it. He will not eat beef from the table. He will not eat cooked chicken off the table. He will not eat anything that's people food. It's got to be a cat food for him to touch it. It's got to be canned cat food, dried cat food, or cat treats. So evidently that's all he's eaten all of his life, and that's all he will eat now. Yeah, I bet it is too, Rhonda. I bet Connie's hair is pretty awesome. I've got Pepsi right here. I'm always drinking something because I can never get, I'm always thirsty. I should probably drink more water than I do. Yeah, I know you did. I know you didn't mean me, but I said I had some Pepsi. I just can't give her any. Yeah, with cornbread and Oreos, she needs a drink. You have caffeine-free diet soda from SodaStream, Oreos and milk. That's cute, Connie. Yeah, if little buddy did not get dry and wet cat food, he'd go hungry. Because he's never eaten any kind of meat that I've gave him that I've cooked. April has 6 cats and 1 wild cat. Very wild. Okay, April. We'll see you when you get back. You can't have cats because of your asthma? Well, you know, my allergy doctor told me, he said, most people say you're allergic to cats, but he says, really, in reality, you're not allergic to the cat itself. You're allergic to the dander that builds up on its skin. Because the cat that I always had in the house, that cat got a bath once a month at least. And that kept all that dander from building up on his skin. So I could keep him in the house. He was up on my bed. He'd sleep real close to me and it didn't bother me a bit. Rhonda says, I live with my son and we have 2 dogs and a cat. Susan says, I have one of the first ones they came out with that's not electric. Your dog Bentley loves cheese and pizza crust. brought it in, and she looked at him, and he was her best friend. Oh my goodness. Cats can be spoiled, I'll tell you. They have a way of working people, I tell you. Well, good night, J. Mary. You have a good evening. Enjoy your dinner. Says Annie Watson, we call the crust pizza bones for the dogs. Well, sometimes the crust on the pizza gets so hard it's like a bone. It was so hard at one restaurant when I bit down on it because I didn't know it was that hard. I literally cracked my tooth and I was in instant pain. I had to go to the dentist and have my tooth pulled because it split all the way from the top of the tooth all the way up to the root, down in the root. So he said there was no way to save it. They had to pull it out. You have an Alaskan Malamute that likes eating salads. He lived to be 16 years old. The vet was surprised he was so healthy. Well, there's more and more people today that are making their own pet food, and they're basically using a lot of vegetables and stuff like that in their dog food and cat food. If I made it for little Buddy, he probably would not even eat it. He's so spoiled. Like I said, he'll only eat dry or wet cat food and nothing else except cat treats. My cats won't eat anything that's got green in it. They figure it, if it's green, it's not supposed to be there. You don't usually see green in cat food or dog food. And then later in the day, I make the caffeine free diet soda. Yeah, I need to drink more water than I do. But I buy that those little packets that you put in a bottle of water and shake it up and it turns it into like green tea and um, like peach flavored green tea or um, all the different flavored of green teas. I drink that a lot too. Yeah, it froze. I mean, we had 2 nights where it got extremely cold outside, and my plants are showing it. I'm surprised any of the tomato plants survived. I doubt I get any tomatoes off of them, but we'll see. Hmm. Yeah, honey is a little bit expensive. I've never tried that, Susan. Well, thank you, Kathy. I don't think I could let my garden get any bigger. It takes up too much of my time already. I intend to just replant all the pots and totes and buckets that I've already got next year. I don't plan on adding any. Well, that's strange, Connie. Wonder what is in the water in the bottles that would aggravate arthritis. Yeah, I wear my rubber boots in the yard because I don't want ants biting my feet. We got some really vicious red ants out here that bite and they hurt like the dickens. Yes, ma'am, Dolores. I've got tomatoes growing in pots, totes, and buckets. You most certainly can. You can grow just about anything in a pot, a big pot, a 5 gallon bucket, 18-gallon tote. Well, thank you, April. I said I apologize for coughing so much. I said the Lord gave me tons of rocks up here on this hill, so I decided to do something with them. So that's what I ended up doing, making rock gardens with them. And if I'd have had to buy all those rocks, that would have been pretty expensive. Oh, it's the plastic that leaches into the water. I never thought about that. You're redoing your farm, and I'm gonna do work too. You don't have rocks there, no, but you got plenty of stuff growing there. Try not to use plastic. Well, all of the totes and buckets and pots that I use, they're all the food grade stuff. And I can't really plant in the ground. It's too rocky. You can't really plow it up or dig it up. You'd have to have above ground gardens or above ground beds. That's why my rock gardens are, like above the level of the ground. Oh, you love my wishing well. Well, I had seen some of those on videos, and I said, I want a wishing well. So I remembered I had a bunch of scrap lumber in the shed, and I had that aluminum siding stuff off of some doors that were out there. So I cut it all up and I made that wishing well. And my son says, well, Mom, you built the wishing well at the shed in the backyard. How did you get around there to the side front? I said, I did it the way the Egyptians moved stuff back when they were building pyramids. I said, they put these big boulders on big round logs and rolled them where they wanted to go. And I said, that's how I moved my wishing well. I had a big long PVC pipe that was about, I don't know, that big around. And I put it down under the wishing well, put it to the front of it. I rolled it till it got to the back of it. I took it out, put it back to the front, rolled it again, and kept moving it like that till finally I rolled it on that PVC pipe all the way out to where it's at now. I said it was easy. Rolling it on the PVC pipe was not hard at all. Well, thank you. I mean, I tried. It's not a professional job, but I got my wishing well out of it. It's been out there for quite a few years now, and I've already had to fix the shelf that's inside holding the pots up because what I had in there originally kind of rotted down. So I replaced the shelf inside it that holds the pots up. So I don't know how much longer it's going to last. That wood doesn't last forever. Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. But I said when it deteriorates enough that I have to replace it, I guess I can build another one. Maybe the next one will be better. I don't know. If I could have thought of a way to roll my freezer up the steps to get it in the kitchen, I would have already had it in here. I haven't come up with a solution of how to move that by myself yet. It's 25 years old. Wow, Connie, that's pretty old. Mine's been out there a few years. I don't remember exactly how many years. I try, Kathy. A lot of times it's desperation, because I just don't have anybody to do it for me. So it's like if I get it done, I've got to do it myself. So I try to figure out a way that I can do it. Some things, I just can't do. Other things I can figure out ways that I can do them. Yeah, I love having it out there, and I drape Christmas lights on it at Christmas time. I showed pictures of all of it last year, decorated for Christmas. I know, April. It makes you proud that you have accomplished something on your own. I still got more floor to do. I got the little bedroom done in the hallway, but I still got 2 more bedrooms to do. I've got the big bathroom to do, the small bathroom to do, and I don't know when I'll get around to doing all that. This room I'm in right now, I want to do. But I mean, it's not pressing, because the floor in here is good. So it's not like I've got to fix it or I'll fall through the floor. It's not that thing. My next door neighbors got Christmas lights strung on their steps because when I went by last night, I saw them lit up. And it was still October. I'm not putting Christmas lights and decorations up in October. I might start putting them up sometime this month, but I'm not going to light them up till December. But sometimes I like to start putting them up in November because of the weather. You never know how the weather's going to be in November and December. And I said, if I wait, it might get too cold or rainy and I won't have time enough to get it up. So a lot of times I'll just go ahead and string the lights, put the little trees out, get them out, make sure they'll work, get my other decorations out, and then I just don't turn anything on until December. I didn't put up Halloween lights. I did put a big pumpkin in my end window facing the street. And I put a skeleton head, and both of them had lights inside. So all you could see from the street was the two heads in the dark. Hi, Georgia. Yeah, I might start it the day after Thanksgiving, or I might start it the week before. I just don't know. It depends on the weather. But I have this big pumpkin. Oh, he's pretty big. He's about that tall. It's just the head. And I have the lights inside. So I plug that in, and then I put that little skeleton down beside it. And I plug that in. And that's my Halloween. That was my Halloween decorations this year. But it looked kind of neat from the street. Just looking at the pumpkin head lit up and then that little skeleton head looked like it was kind of creeping up, to get to the pumpkin. Yeah, they do. The orange lights look almost like Christmas lights. There's not a big whole lot of difference. Yeah, I want to celebrate Thanksgiving before I think about Christmas. That's the reason I said if I put up anything at all, I'm not going to turn any of it on till after Thanksgiving. But I decorate the whole yard. I put so many lights up, and it takes me quite a while to get all that up. It takes me probably a week of working at it every day to get everything up and out the way it should be. I've got a big unicorn that's lit up. I've got a a mama deer with the fawn, and I've got the big buck deer that's hooked to Santa's sleigh that I put up in the rock garden. All of that lights up. And it just takes time to get it all out there and get it staked out so the wind doesn't blow it over. And then I've got Christmas trees that all I've got to do is really take them out of the shed and put them up and stake them down so the wind don't blow them over, and plug them in because I've already got lights on them. I'll usually plug them in and make sure the lights are working. So if I need to restring some lights, I'll go ahead and do that. But then I don't plug them in until after Thanksgiving. How was Georgia this evening? Yeah, I don't know if I'll get everything put up this year or not. I might have to do my videos on putting it all up because I won't be able to do separate videos and then put up all my Christmas decorations. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to put up Christmas lights and decorations. And I've got Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus that I've got to get that out and put up. They're standing in the doorway, leaning over, giving one another a peck on the cheek or a quick kiss. I think they're really cute. Well, you saw a lot of it last year. I don't know if you paid attention, but I tried to show a lot of it last year. I don't know how much was shown really well. And I don't know where I'm going to put my Christmas tree this year in the house because I've got that great big aloe vera tree on the table in the corner that my tree usually goes on. So I may have to find another spot for it. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Oh, I'm sleepy, y'all. Whew. I get y'all just yawning. When one person yawns, it's contagious. Everybody does. I put lights over the arbor out there where you're going into the garden. And I put Christmas trees up along where the rose bushes were. Or still, there's two of them still there. I may change some things up this year. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Yeah, I just hope he doesn't try to climb it. My other cat that I used to have years ago, every day that cat would try his best to climb the trunk of that tree. And if I was not at home to run him out of it, I'd come home and the tree would be laying over in the floor because he tried to climb the trunk of the tree and his weight caused it to fall over. That sounds neat, Connie. Gladys says thank you. I can't read that word because it's behind the heart until it moves up. Oh, thank you because you're yawning, Gladys. I just yawned again. Well, I worked at Big Lots for one season, and since you could get a employee discount, and they had a lot of their deer and unicorns and stuff like that on sale, I bought some of it, and I've kept them every year. And I said, when the lights burn out, I'll just replace the lights on it. Buddy, so docile, I can't see him climbing your tree. I didn't think my other cat would have climbed it either, but he did. It's terrible when you talk and all you can do is cough. Have to eat cough drops all the time. Never heard of a portable outlet? Well, I guess it's like the strips that you get where you buy the electrical cord and it's got the strip at the end where it has multiple outlets on it. Is that what she's talking about, maybe? Yeah. Some cats are, Mardell. And little Buddy's gained so much weight, I don't know if he could handle climbing that one of those Christmas trees. Sorry, Gladys, I didn't mean to make you yawn. I couldn't help it. I was looking to see how many we got in here. Got 30. 30 people in right now. And 20 thumbs up. Somebody didn't give me a thumbs up. I have my grandma's old German ornaments, the blown glass ones. So because of the cat, we hang a tree off the ceiling for those so she can't break them. Oh no. Yeah, I know. She's got to feed her dogs and cats and bathe them and all kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if little Buddy would climb the tree or not. You had your cat for 17 years, Gladys? Wow, that's a long time. That's longer than I had my little crybaby. Crybaby loved to climb the Christmas tree. That cat figured if there was a tree around, I'm climbing it. I've never seen little Buddy climb a tree, not even one in the yard, so I don't know. Maybe he'll just ignore the Christmas tree when I put it up. I have no idea. Yeah, I used to have a lot of those glass ornaments too, but most of mine got all broken. I've got very few of them left. Well, I'll have at least 3 or 4 Christmas trees outside. So I may not even put up a tree in the house this year. I don't know. Yeah, I run those heavy duty outdoor cables, electric cables out, and then I put the multiple connector strips on the end of them to plug in several different lights or trees at a time out in the yard. And usually once I plug my lights in, I don't unplug them. I found that the bulbs will last longer if once you turn them on, you leave them on day and night, the bulbs don't burn out as fast. But if you turn them on, let them heat up, unplug them during the day or turn them off and then turn them back on every night, those bulbs will blow twice as fast. Mardell says that wouldn't work for her. And he says, I always forget thumbs up. Sorry. That's okay. That's why we remind everybody. You can always do the thumbs up when you're leaving, at the end of the live video. I did it, thumbs up. Well, thank you. Oh, that's a big deal out here. There was one house that had a spectacular Christmas display every year, but unfortunately, the gentleman died. His son inherited the house. He kept it going for a couple of years, but then he moved and I guess sold the house, and they don't do that anymore there. But some of these new subdivisions around here, oh my God, it's amazing just to drive around the different subdivisions and just look at all the lights and the decorations they have in the yard. Some of them just go all out with them. Kind of like me, I've added to my decorations a little bit every year to now where I've got a whole yard full of stuff I put out. I haven't added any more to it this year, though. Oh, wow. We had knob and tube, so when we had it rewired, we had 6 outlets put on the outside too. It cost me $8,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. Well, most of the time my Christmas decorations are outside. So as I said, if the Christmas decorations catch on fire, it's going to burn the yard. It won't burn the house. Hopefully. So far, I've not had a problem with it. Yeah, all the lights. That was the city park. I may go through some of the subdivisions this year. I don't think I went through the subdivisions last year. I didn't show you any of those, all that stuff lit up. We used to have an area here called Twinkle Lane. It was a mile of decorated houses. It no longer exists. It has awesome. We would go several each Christmas season. Yeah, that's the way it was out here. Oh, wow. Well, hello, Boulder City. How are you doing this evening? I didn't have much lighting outside my house either, so I just strang a bunch of lights. I put up the clear white lights around my patios. So anytime at night I need light outside, I can just plug them in and the whole patio's lit up. They're just basically the white Christmas lights, and I leave them up year round. So anytime I want to plug them in, I can, and it lights up my patio. Your Wi-Fi's messed up. Yeah, it was beautiful here today too, Boulder City. But I was inside most of the day messing with my peppers. I had to do something with that big old bowl of peppers, so they're out of the way now. I don't have to mess with them anymore. All red Christmas lights are pretty, yeah. On one of the patio tables, I usually put a lighted Christmas tree up in the middle of it, and all around the bottom of the top of the table, I put wrapped boxes to make it look like Christmas presents all around it. And I have to weight the boxes down. I put like rocks inside when I wrap them for the weight to hold the boxes in place so the wind doesn't blow them all over the yard. My son come over the first time he saw me do that. He said, "Mom, you're going to have people coming up here at night stealing these presents or these boxes because they're going to think there's really presents there." I said, "Well, more power to them. They'll get a rock." You had blue decorations one year, then the next year you switched to green and then to red. I bet that was pretty. I eat them raw in a salad. Okay. Now, I didn't read what you're responding to. Are you eating red, white, and blue Christmas bulbs in a salad? I know you're not, but it just struck me funny. Must be peppers you're talking about. Yeah, I do too, but I had so many of those peppers in that big bowl, in that big stainless steel bowl. I had to do something with them. So I fixed I fixed cowboy candy relish this evening. I just got through and cleaned up most of the mess in time to go live at 7. Yeah, I figured you were talking about green peppers. But your comment popped up right in the middle of everybody talking about red, white, and green and blue Christmas lights. And all of a sudden yours pops up and says, "I eat them raw in a salad." It struck me funny. Did someone say raw? Oh, Gladys. I like to cut them up and put them in spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce sometimes. Um, I like them in cold pasta salads. I like them in a green salad. There's a lot of things I like to put raw peppers in, or cooked peppers. And I might get a few more because some of them were too small to pick. And I left them on the bush. So if they didn't freeze, they might grow bigger to where I can, harvest them a little later, depending on how the weather's going to be. And I think I got one small green tomato, and I just chopped it up and threw it right in with the peppers. Yeah, I haven't seen Susan comment lately. Think you're making a big salad tomorrow, Boulder City? Sounds good. Yeah, Susan, where are you? She didn't say she was leaving or anything. She may have just dropped out of sight. Yeah, I hope so too, because she said she was kind of depressed. I hope she's okay. Susan, Susan, wherefore art thou? I think she said a little while ago she had to leave for a minute because of the meds she'd taken or something. So that might be why she's not responding to us. Yeah, hopefully she's okay. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I got so much to do. I got laundry, I got the house to clean up. I've just got to get busy with my house. It needs a good cleaning. And I got a couple of loads of laundry I've got to get done. She said, I think it was her that said she took some kind of med today. So she said she'd be right back. See if I can find her comment. I know it was back a ways. I'm not finding it. I didn't think it was that far back. Yeah, I'm not finding her comment. Yeah, she said, I took a LASIX and it makes me go potty. She just says, guys don't have to worry about me. I bounce. She must have heard us. We were worried about you, Susan. We were all hoping you were okay. Hadn't seen you pop up in chat in a while yet now, so we were all getting worried. Well, we're all glad you're okay, Susan. She says she's good. I was copying some recipes from videos, but listening. Oh, okay. I sometimes put the recipes in the description. Other times I don't because they're so long. I just say, well, if they want the recipe, they can copy it from the video when they're watching it. Because I'll usually stop while something's cooking and I'll go over the recipe list so people can write it down if they want to. Oh, man. Woo. Yawning, yawning, yawning. Yep, that's the way to do it, Susan. Just do the best you can on the down day, and the next day will be better. I think we all have those off days. Oh, golly. Sorry, guys. I just can't help it. I'm yawning. I think I woke up about daylight this morning and I could not go back to sleep, so I went ahead and got up. So it's been a long day. Oh, I see. I'm not that organized, Susan. I don't have my videos in categories. I just go online and start finding videos, and if I come across one I like, I'll watch it. And if not, I just go on to the next one. I hate any meds. I don't like to take anything. Yeah, I'm sleepy. Oh, that's how you watch Boulder City. See, putting my chat on subscribers only got rid of all those trolls we had earlier. Because most of the time, if they just want to come in and say off the wall comments, they don't want to subscribe to your channel to do it. Maybe we need to tuck her in. Oh, Lordy. Little buddy was so funny last night. He got up on the bed. He was laying at my feet. And every once in a while, he'd inch his way up my legs, up to where he got to the back of my knees, where I had my legs bent. And he just curled up right behind my knee in that little bend. And he just curled up. That's where he slept. In that little hole. Oh, she's answering me about the people that come into chat earlier. I forgot to set my chat to just subscribers only. And we had 4 or 5 people coming in, people we'd never seen before. And I said, well, I don't recognize these people. So I went in. That's the reason I came in the bedroom where my computer is. And I went in and to the settings and I changed it to subscribers only. And when I did that, it booted all of them out because none of them were subscribers to my channel. And they didn't come back in either. That's what Gladys was saying. They were assholes. Yeah, they didn't want to get in chat bad enough to subscribe to the channel because they know YouTube could track them. They just wanted to pop in without subscribing so they could post anything in chat they wanted to and not be found. Nobody know who they were. CC does that too. Yeah, he just curled right up behind my leg, right where I bend my knee. And that's where he slept most of the night, just curled up right there. Oh, goodness. Susan said, oh, yeah, I was here then, just not on the same page. What kind of crafts did you used to do, Susan? Yeah, I haven't seen Derek. Paint shirts and did jewelry from leather and silver and just a hodgepodge of stuff. That sounds interesting. A friend of mine, she used to make a lot of jewelry, especially necklaces, the Western style necklaces with beads and stuff. They were really pretty. And she'd sell them. She sold a lot of her jewelry. That's one reason she was making a lot of it. She was bringing in extra money making jewelry. I never really got into scrapbooking. Boulder City says, I love the painted shirts or sweats. Hmm. It's 48 degrees right now tonight. I don't think it's going to be as cold tonight as it was last night or the night before. I haven't really checked the forecast, but it's not as cold right now as it was like last night. We had a Spencer somebody in here. We had a something cookie in here earlier. But like I said, when I went in and set it for subscribers only, it kicked them all out. And they've not come back because they don't want to subscribe to the channel to come in. Which that's good. That means they were basically up to no good. God. Yes, ma'am, Gladys. I have my heat on. It's been off part of the day today because it warmed up quite a bit this afternoon, so the heat cut off. But it comes on now just once in a while. 74 degrees in Vegas right now. 54 where Susan is. Mardell says, I make junk journals. I love paper crafts. Huh. I like painting and Mod Podge, stuff like that. And I like singing. That used to be my hobby. Sewing, making stuff. I don't do as much as I used to of any of it because of my allergies. It's hard trying to sew when you could start breathing the little bit of lint that comes from the fabric and you sneeze your head off. Makes you sick to try to sew because you're smelling it. Same way with crocheting. That little bit of fuzz comes from the yarn and it bothers my allergies, so I don't do a lot of that either anymore. I said I'd have to wear goggles and a face mask to be able to crochet or sew or do anything basically. Susan says it's 54 where she's at. Yeah, you can, but it's kind of easier to freeze them or just can them, turn them into pickles or relish or something like that. I mean, I've got some, what are they? Habaneros or this some kind of pepper. I can't remember the name of it that I've got frozen right now. I sliced them up a little bit. I took all the seeds out and stuff, and then I put them in freezer bags, and I've got them in the freezer. I've never dehydrated any of them, but I know you can. I just never have done it. Yeah, a lot of people will freeze peppers, especially if you want to take them out and chop them up and put them in like spaghetti sauce or some kind of a recipe that you need bell peppers in. I mean, I don't suggest trying to freeze a whole bell pepper thinking you could take it out and make a stuffed pepper with it because it won't, because the pepper gets a little mushy after it's frozen. So that wouldn't work, I don't think. In fact, they don't even recommend you freeze stuffed bell pepper, but you can freeze the stuffing that goes in them. Like if you make a bunch of that and you don't use all of it, you can freeze what's left and take it out at a later date and stuff more peppers with it. But they don't recommend you freeze peppers whole. Not to do that with them anyway. Yeah, we've been on here for what, about 2 hours now. It's probably time we get off of this live chat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try dehydrating some peppers sometime and see how that they work because I've not tried them yet. I mean, you can dehydrate tomatoes. You can slice them and dehydrate them. It just takes a little while because tomatoes are real watery. Uh, Peppers, potato. You can dehydrate anything just about and store it in jars. I've only had my dehydrator for about 2 years now, so I've only tried a few things in it. Like I made cantaloupe candy. Um, I made cucumber chips. Um, what else did I do? You saw some in a little spice jar. I make like a hot pepper vinegar with little hot peppers. I'll put apple cider vinegar in the jar, and then I'll pack it full of little hot peppers and let it set for a few days, and you got hot apple cider vinegar. I got some of that in the refrigerator now. Boulder City says, I'll let you go rest. Be safe, y'all. Okay. Can get your address. Okay, well, guys, like I said, we've been on here for 2.5 hours, It's 9:33 my time, so I know it's 10:33 for most of y'all. Some of you it's a couple hours earlier, but I think I'm going to call it a night. I love each and every one of you. I thank you so much for coming into chat tonight. You just lifted my spirits tremendously. I love chatting with everybody. Who's Armaine? Oh, they just came in. I don't know who that is. I want to LISSEU. I don't know what they're saying. Do y'all know? Hello, Armaine, whoever you are. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. I don't see a response. Well, they whoever it is, they had to subscribe to the channel to come into chat because I've got it restricted to subscribers only. And Armaine, you're welcome to come back to chat another time. We're ending this one tonight. We've been on for 2.5 hours, so everybody's getting a little bit tired. Wonderful. Okay, Armaine, we're glad to have you. I know it must be your first time because I don't remember seeing you in chat before. But I go live again Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Time. We'd love to have you join the chat then if you'd like to. And watch my videos in the meantime. I post videos every day, and I try to go live 2 or 3 times a week. So with that, I'm going to wish everybody a good night. Like I said, I love all of you. I loved having you in chat. I love chatting with everybody. It makes my day to be able to sit here and just watch the chat and, chat back and forth with everybody. It keeps me company. Because like I said, I'm one that lives alone. I don't have people at my house during the day. So it does my heart good to get in chat and chat with everybody. Well, good, April. Okay, well, tell everybody, please like, share, subscribe to my videos. Most of all, watch my videos. Y'all have a blessed night, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye, y'all. Love you.